Hello, it is Charity Lowe here, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can use the Vinci app to its fullest, allowing you to create photorealistic drawings. First, what you cannot see in the screen is that I had mirrored my phone screen onto a TV screen that is just above my art desk, which allows me to see my drawing much more clearly and I don't have to strain my neck looking through the phone. My first step into actually drawing was to go into breakdown mode and select 5 steps and turn off the cutout. This helps me get the values in the right spot, as you'll see in the future of the video. What I like to do is I like to zoom into one little section at a time, going from light to dark with my pencil. And the pencils I use are H4, which is the hardest pencil, giving more of a light color to it with light pressure. And then I use HB, which is a medium tone. I also use the same amount of pressure, but it is darker. And then I use a 4B, which is even darker, still using the same amount of pressure. And then last, I use an 8B, which is the darkest. There is 4 different shades labeled at the bottom left corner of the phone. It's numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right now I am in number 1, but it's actually 2 different shades for number 1. The first shade is without the red, and the second shade is with the red. So the first layer is going to be with the H4 pencil, and I just draw in circular motions, which makes it easier to blend and make it look smooth when it's time for blending. And then when I go to the number 2, then I use the HB pencil, using the same pressure, also drawing in circular motions. Press number 3, there'll be less space that you need to color in, but always color in the colored areas. In my case, the colored area is red, but you can change the color if you want to by using the plus and negative button at the top right corner labeled color. Besides the color changing, you can also change the opacity, making it easier for you to see what you've done and what you still need to do. This process takes a long time, but if you just focus on one section at a time, you will be amazed on how it comes together. Now it's going to be a little bit sped up so you can see the process, but again, this takes a long time. Be patient with yourself, and trust me, it is worth your patience. Okay, we're done that, and now we are going to be blending it all together. This doesn't take very long to do. This next step that I'm doing is not necessary, but I feel like finding the darkest areas and the lightest areas is important for contrast in the image, making it more realistic. So to do that, I go back into breakdown mode and I increase the amount of steps there are to its fullest. And then I increase the exposure and find the darkest areas. I usually use a black watercolor pencil for the darkest areas, but you do not have to do that. You can just use a 8B pencil and just put more pressure on it, a black colored pencil, or if you want to, you can just use a black pen. It's all up to you. You don't have to do it exactly like me, and that's what makes your artwork unique. After I'm done that, I go back to breakdown mode, leaving it to the fullest steps that it's got, and then decreasing the exposure, trying to find the lightest areas. For putting in the brightest areas in the drawing, I use my mechanical eraser. This one happens to be Mono 0. It is very fine, so I can get really small details of the highlights. Now it's time for the details of the drawing. First, remember to turn off breakdown mode to return it to the original image that you're going by. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn up the opacity and turn on strobe. This allows you to see the difference between your drawing and the original photograph. And then what you do is you try to recreate the different textures that you'll find in the drawing. This part is kind of like playing spot the difference, but you need to fix the difference to make it the same. I really recommend that you do one section at a time, making it more doable, less daunting. Be patient. This might take a few days to do, but I think it's worth it for the photorealistic results that you will get. I also like to have the photo on a different device so that I can see it as a whole picture. This gives me context to what the textures are, and it will also give me some insight on how to recreate it. Don't be afraid of the color black. The more dark areas you have, the more contrast it will have, the better the drawing will turn out. Also, whenever there's a smooth texture, try to draw in circular motions, making it easier for you to blend out later, and you will not get the sketchy little lines. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions or want some more guidance in how to create photorealistic drawings, you can always find me on the Facebook group called Da Vinci app group. And also, I'm planning on doing live videos on the YouTube channel of Da Vinci. I am not sure exactly when that's going to be, but just keep an eye out for that. So you guys keep on enjoying creating, and I hope to see you guys again in the near future.